These are 3 hard-earned jewels that'll save you blood, sweat, and tears. We have to learn them the long way. You don't have to.
1, 2.
It's 3 the hard way.
I think a lot of times creatives don't have like a set plan, right? As to here's where I want to go. This is the next place I'm going to go to. This is the next thing I'm going to do. And then after that, I'm going to do this thing. It's not always as clear for creatives, especially if you're somebody trying to find a place that you fit into. Sometimes you can stay someplace that you don't fit in for too long. At the beginning of finding a place, you're kind of trying to figure out, how do they do things? Is this the way that I work? Am I learning something new? And it can be intriguing. And there's a fine line between working hard to better yourself and further your career and build your skill set, and just overworking yourself for people that don't appreciate you. And I think when you're younger or less experienced, it's a lot harder to understand the difference between the two. And for that, at times you can stay at a place way too long. When I think back on it, it's when I realized that the appreciation wasn't there from the employer and I wasn't gaining anything anymore. So yeah, I have been at a place too long, and I definitely have taken those experiences with me to know how to move forward in different experiences. I think it's time to change directions when the situation becomes too stressful, when it feels like it's more of a burden and you're not really learning as much anymore, when you're looking forward to Fridays instead of Mondays. So the weekend even becomes stressful, right? When you start a job, typically there's an agreement between you and the employer, right? You're going to render a service and they're going to compensate you for it financially, right? I think when your service is no longer worth what you're being paid, right? The efforts to put into it, you're not learning as much. It just feels like you're putting out way too much than you're getting back, and things are out of balance, and you take that to your employer and you say, hey, things are out of balance, and they choose not to do anything. I think at that point, it's time to move. And I've been in that situation where it just feels completely overworked, and it just seems like more and more and more is being placed on me. It's gotta be insane, it's gotta be so worth it to you, to leave somebody hanging like that. And now they have to go find somebody to replace you. That's even worse. It is the business, right? I get that part. But so let's say if we're going on a 3-day shoot, right? And I've committed to you that I'm going to be your cameraman for 3 days. I've committed to you. And then 2 days before the shoot starts, I get another opportunity shooting on a shoot that's going to pay me more money, right? If I leave that shoot that I've already committed to, no, that's not cool. The other opportunity, you gotta let that one go, because I've already committed to this crew. Now, if I had somebody else that's a cameraman that I can vouch for, that's probably the best situation, where I can say, all right, I have a friend of mine that's a really good cameraman. I can slot him in for me and then go take care of the other job. That's very different than just some random I'm not just finding somebody up the street. I know they've gotten the job done with other people. They have a proven record. That, I think, is the perfect way of dealing with that situation.